But Oliveira is not holding back. He just sent out a strong and emotional warning to Jack Della Maddalena, and everyone in the MMA world is paying attention, because what's coming next could shake up 2 entire divisions. It all started after Jack shocked the world at UFC 315. He pulled off a stunning victory against Belal Muhammad, winning the welterweight title and flipping the script on what everyone thought would happen. Suddenly, Jack was the new king at 178 pounds. But just as the crowd was celebrating, Charles Oliveira came forward and he had something serious to say. Charles isn't buying the hype. He respects Jack's win, but he doesn't believe it will last, especially not if Jack ends up fighting Islam Makhachev. And Islam, he's already coming. Just hours after Jack claimed the belt, Islam announced that he's planning to move up to welterweight. He wants to chase a second UFC title. And shockingly, Dana White approved it. Yes, Dana White gave Islam the green light to go for the welterweight championship. No hesitation, no drama, just straight up title opportunity. Charles Oliveira, meanwhile, gave a blunt breakdown of what he believes is going to happen. In an interview with Full Violence, he said, "I think Islam's going to do very well at welterweight. He'll be stronger there. He just needs to grab Jack and take him down, and it's over. That's it. Jack will try to move around and land punches like he did with Belal, but once Islam gets his hands on him, done. Simple. That confident." Charles isn't alone either. A lot of fighters and analysts agree. Belal Muhammad has solid wrestling, but Islam's ground control and submission game is on a completely different level. That's the kind of skill that ends fights fast. Islam has built a reputation as one of the most dominant fighters in the UFC. On the ground, he's terrifying. Once he takes over, there's almost no escape. And now fans are wondering, will he be just as dominant at 170 pounds? There are questions, of course. Will Islam's wrestling work as well against naturally bigger opponents? Will he still be able to control them the same way? And most importantly, will he be able to handle the power difference? These are the unknowns. But Charles Oliveira is confident that Islam will handle it all. While fans wait for an official date for Islam versus Jack, Charles has his own battle coming up, one that could decide the future of the lightweight division. He's set to fight Ilia Topuria on June 28th, and that fight is going to be massive. It will crown the new lightweight champion, and it already has fans buzzing. Charles has already started filming promo content for UFC 317. The hype is real, and if he wins, everything in the division could shift again. But we're not done yet, because there's another pair of names causing waves. Now let's talk about something that's heating up fast. Garry versus Sean Brady. It's not confirmed yet, but oh boy, is it building momentum. Sean Brady is now ranked 2 at welterweight, and after his jaw-dropping win over Leon Edwards, the former champ, he's officially banging on the door of a title shot. That 4th round submission, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement, a "here I am, give me my shot" moment. But instead of demanding a title fight straight away, Brady has his eyes on one very specific name, Ian Machado Garry, and why not? Garry is on fire too. Just last month, he stopped Carlos Patesi's in style, proving again why everyone's calling him one of the brightest stars in the UFC. He's now ranked 6 and rising fast. So what do you do when 2 surging contenders are looking for big fights and both want to stay in the spotlight? You put them together. That's what Brady wants. He said recently, "Me and Ian, it's the fight to make." He's talked about it too. I think it's gonna happen. Ian, if they send the contract, let's do it. Garry hasn't said no either. In fact, he seems interested. Brady went on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani and shared more. "Look, I want the title shot, of course, but there's Shavkat Rakhmonov, Islam moving up, Usman, Joaquin Buckley. We're all gonna have to fight. That's just the truth." This is exactly where the division is right now. So full of talent, no one can skip the line. Everyone needs one more big win, and Brady versus Garry? That's a perfect eliminator. It's also an amazing clash of styles. Brady's all about grappling, strength, and pressure. Garry's a precise striker, cool under fire, and incredibly slick on the feet. Who wins? That's the million-dollar question. Let us know what you think, and get ready, because this one might get announced very soon. Now, for one of the biggest controversies of the week. People are accusing Islam Makhachev of darking Ilia Topuria, and his coach is absolutely furious. So what's the story? After Islam announced he was moving up to 170 weight, fans immediately started questioning the timing. Was he avoiding Ilia Topuria, the new featherweight champ who wants to move up to 155 and fight for the lightweight title? That was the rumor, that was the talk. But Islam's coach, Javier Mendez, is having none of it. He set the record straight in a powerful interview. According to him, Islam has been planning this move for years, long before Topuria even became a factor. This isn't about Ilya at all, Mendes said. Islam and I talked about going to welterweight years ago. This is about legacy. He wants to become a 2-division world champion. And get this, Mendes even said that if Belal Muhammad had beaten Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 315, Islam would have stayed at lightweight. And then yes, he would have fought Topuria next. So what changed? Jack won. The welterweight opportunity opened up, and Islam jumped at it because that's been his dream all along. Javier Mendes laid it all out clearly. Islam told me, "Coach, I want to dominate lightweight first. Then, if the chance comes, I want the welterweight belt too." It's about legacy, not avoiding anyone. But still, fans are divided. Some believe it, others think Islam should have stayed and taken the Topuria fight first. Even Mendes hinted that if the welterweight plans fall apart, Topuria is still very much in the mix. If the 170 shot gets delayed, Ilya is definitely still an option. He's talented and has hype. Could be a big fight later this year. What do you think? Is Islam playing smart or dodging a challenge? You thought that was spicy? Wait till you hear this. Chael Sonnen, Ilham Makhachev's camp are in a full-blown war of words, and it all started with a phone call. During a segment with Daniel Cormier, Sonnen questioned Islam's decision to move up to 170. He implied, not said outright, that Islam might be avoiding Ilya Topuria. Fans and media took that and ran with it. Headlines popped up everywhere. People were saying Sonnen called Islam a coward. Islam saw it and fired back hard. He blasted Chael online, calling him a washed-up athlete who only ever made a name with cheap trash talk. It was brutal. Then Chael responded on YouTube, and wow, it got deeper. Chael said, "Let's be clear, I never used the word coward. Too many syllables anyway. Someone misquoted me. But yeah, Islam's team called me. Ali Abdelaziz called and said, 'My brother, I respect you, but..." And Chael actually agreed with him. "I get it," he said. "Islam doesn't want to cut weight anymore. He's not afraid. He's just tired of the cut, and it's part of a plan." Ali Abdelaziz was calm, respectful, explained everything. But Islam wasn't done. He doubled down on social media. Average athlete who built his career with cheap trash talk won't understand. Sit back and watch how real fighters do it. Ouch. The feud is on. Real or just hype building, no one knows. But the tension is high, and this could end up boiling over into something much bigger. Things are also heating up in the lightweight division, and there's one matchup fans didn't see coming but are now dying to watch. Arman Tsarukyan versus Paddy Pimblett. At first, it didn't seem like it could happen. Why? Because Arman Tsarukyan is the one contender in the division. He's right there, waiting for his title shot. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett, he's ranked 8th and wasn't even on Arman's radar, but everything changed after Paddy's last fight. The Liverpool superstar defeated Michael Chandler, a former title challenger and one of the division's most dangerous fighters. That win changed the conversation and changed Arman's mind. In an interview with Red Corner MMA, Arman said something fans didn't expect. He looked very good in his last fight. He's never lost in the UFC. He beat Chandler and has a big name. Maybe he fights at the end of the year, but I want to fight this summer. I'll take it. Wait, what? Yes, Arman wants this fight now. He knows that Paddy has a huge fan base, and even though Paddy isn't ranked at the very top, the exposure and attention this fight could bring it's a risky move. If Arman loses, it's devastating. But if he wins, especially dominantly, he becomes undeniable. The next lightweight title challenger. No more debates. On the other side, for Paddy, this is the biggest opportunity of his career. A win over the one-ranked contender that would skyrocket him to the top. This is what careers are made of. Moments like these, and fans can't stop talking about it. Is it going to happen? That depends on timing. Arman wants to fight this summer. If Paddy can be ready, the UFC might just give the green light. And if they do, this will be one of the biggest non-title fights of the year, no question. Now let's talk about the man who's been quietly dominating the featherweight division, but still can't catch a break. We're talking about Movsar Evloev. Undefeated, 9 wins in a row in the UFC, not a single loss, and yet no title shot, no big name opponent, no respect from the UFC matchmakers, and now Evloev is done staying quiet. In a recent interview, he called out Dana White and the entire UFC leadership. He's sick of being overlooked while less accomplished fighters get the spotlight. 9 wins, no losses, what else do I need to do? Evloev said, frustrated but calm. I respect Volkanovski, I respect the division, but I've earned my shot. I'm not here to build someone else's name. You could feel the pain in his voice. This isn't just about ego, it's about fairness. Evloev has taken short notice fights. He's never turned anyone down. He's stayed active. He's won decisively again and again, but there's one problem. He's not flashy, he's not trash-talking, he's not stirring drama on Twitter, and in today's UFC, that sometimes means you get passed over. The last straw came when rumors started swirling that Alexander Volkanovski might get a rematch with Yair Rodriguez, a fight many fans didn't ask for. Evloev couldn't take it anymore. He made it clear if the UFC doesn't give him a top 3 opponent next, he might start turning fights down. He's not going to be used as a stepping stone for someone else's rise. "I'm not afraid of any man in this division," he said boldly. "But I won't be treated like I don't matter. If the UFC wants the best fighting the best, then give me my shot." That's the line that hit fans the hardest, and fans are now backing him. Many are calling for fights against names like Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, or Ilia Topuria, depending on how the rankings shake out. With every passing win, Movsar Evloev is becoming harder and harder to ignore. And if Dana White doesn't answer soon, this could become a much bigger problem. Let's zoom out now, because if you look at all these stories together, something huge is happening. Islam Makhachev is making a historic move up to welterweight. Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria are about to battle for the lightweight crown. Garry and Brady are pushing toward the next title shot at 170. Arman and Pimblett might clash in a fight that could rewrite the lightweight rankings. And Movsar Evloev is knocking on Dana White's door with undeniable receipts and a voice that's growing louder by the day. This is more than just fight news, it's the reshaping of entire divisions. We're witnessing a new era in the UFC where legacy, power, and popularity are colliding in unpredictable ways. For fans, it's exciting. For fighters, it's war. Because only one thing is certain, nothing is guaranteed. You could be next in line today and forgotten tomorrow. You have to fight, you have to speak, and sometimes, like Movsar, you have to demand your shot, whether it's Islam vs. Jack, Charles vs. Ilya, Brady vs. Garry, Arman vs. Paddy, or the long overdue rise of Movsar Evloev. Every one of these stories is unfolding right now, and every fighter knows the next few months will decide everything. Who do you think deserves the next title shot? Is Islam making the right move, or should he have faced Topuria first? Will Dana finally listen to Movsar Evloev's plea? Let us know in the comments below and get ready, because the next chapter in MMA history is about to begin.